Well, hello, folks. This is Rob Koch, otherwise known as Papa, and you're listening now to Music with Papa 2. And this is going to be the kind of pre-Easter edition. And we're going to take a look at 3 songs that all have to do with bunnies, because not only is Easter a time where we think about bunnies, springtime is here, and I don't know about your home, but at my home there's lots of bunny rabbits running around. So we're going to start with a song that's called John the Rabbit, and I'm holding up something, 2 words that are oh yes, and all you have to do is when I pause you have to sing oh yes. So I'm going to get started, and here's how this is going to work. I'm going to start by singing Old John the Rabbit, and you're going to sing oh yes. Okay? And I'm going to take this at 3 different speeds, because at the very end I'm going to sing the words a garden at all, and when we get to those words you don't sing oh yes at that point. And we'll see if you get in the habit of singing oh yes so much that that you accidentally sing the oh yes after a garden at all. So here I go. Old John the Rabbit, oh yes. Old John the Rabbit, oh yes. Got a mighty bad habit, oh yes, of going to my garden, oh yes, and cutting down my cabbage, oh yes, and eating up my peas, oh yes. He ate tomatoes, oh yes, and sweet potatoes, oh yes. And if I live, oh yes, to see next fall, oh yes, I won't plant, oh yes, a garden at all. I wonder how many of you snuck in an oh yes after a garden at all. Well, guess what? We're going to speed up the tempo a little bit. That means we're going to go a little faster and see how you do. Now remember, at the very end, when we get to a garden at all, we don't sing the oh yes. Here I go. Old John the Rabbit, oh yes. Old John the Rabbit, oh yes. Got a mighty bad habit, oh yes, of going to my garden, oh yes, and cutting down my cabbage, oh yes, and eating up some peas, oh yes. He ate tomatoes, oh yes, and sweet potatoes, oh yes. And if I live, oh yes, to see next fall, oh yes, I won't plant, oh yes, a garden at all. Well, let's see. I wonder if you did it that time, if you stopped right after a garden at all. Now this is going to be the fastest one yet. Good luck. And make sure you're doing the oh yes all the way through the song. Here I go. Old John the Rabbit, oh yes. Old John the Rabbit, oh yes. Got a mighty bad habit, oh yes, of going to my garden, oh yes, and cutting on my cabbage, oh yes, and eating up my peas, oh yes. He ate tomatoes, oh yes, and sweet potatoes, oh yes. And if I live, oh yes, to see next fall, oh yes, I won't plant, oh yes, a garden at all. Well, if you were able to not sing oh yes at the very end of that, you are to be commended. Now we're going to move along to another. This is a very traditional song around Easter time, and you'll notice that it's even says Easter in the middle of it. And I'm going to do the traditional version first, and then I'm going to throw in a little version for my grandchildren, Eddie and Reese and Ellie. So listen for your names in the second version that I do. So it's called Here Comes Peter Cottontail. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way, bringing every girl and boy baskets full of Easter joy, meant to make your Easter for Tommy, colored eggs for Sister Sue. There's an orchid for your mommy, and an Easter bonnet too. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way. There are jelly beans for Eddie, colored eggs for Reese too. There's an orchid for Sister Ellie, and an Easter bonnet too. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Here comes Peter Cottontail. Now the last song we're going to go through in this version of Music with Papa 2 is a song called Big Eye Rabbit. And if you look carefully at this paper I'm holding up, it says boo, boo, then it says boo, and then there's a pause, and then it says boo, boo, and then it says boo, a long boo. Okay? So just think about that for a second, and I'm going to put that in the song right now. Big eye rabbit, boo, boo. Big eye rabbit, boo. Big eye rabbit, boo, boo. Big eye rabbit, boo. Now I'm going to get my capo out, and we're going to echo that Big Eye Rabbit stuff. Okay, so be ready for it. I'm going to sing Big Eye Rabbit, boo, boo, go. Big Eye Rabbit, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo. Try that again. Big Eye Rabbit, boo. All right, so here we go. That's going to come around several times, so be ready for it. Ready? Here we go now. Big Eye Rabbit, boo, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo. The rabbit is the kind of thing that travels in the dark. Never knows when danger's round till he hears old Rover bark. Here we go now. Big Eye Rabbit, boo, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo. The rabbit came to Eddie's house. I think he came to see Eddie, but he played a little joke on him. He only came to leave him. Big Eye Rabbit, boo, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo. The rabbit came to Reese's house. I think he came to see Reese, but he played a little joke on her. He only came to leave her. Big Eye Rabbit, boo, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo. The rabbit came to Ellie's house. I think he came to see Ellie, but he played a little joke on her. He only came to leave her. Big Eye Rabbit, boo, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo, boo. Big Eye Rabbit, boo. Now, whatever name you want to put in, I'm going to leave the name blank, and you can put your name in. Here I go. the rabbit came to. I think he came to see, but he played a little joke on him or her. He only came to leave them. Big eye rabbit, boo, boo. Big eye rabbit, boo. Big eye rabbit, boo, boo. Big eye rabbit, boo. Well, that's it for this installment of Music with Papa. I'm calling this Music with Papa 2. If you'd like to drop me an email, you can go to musicwithpapa@yahoo.com and communicate with me that way. I hope you all have a wonderful Easter weekend, and I hope that you're staying safe and enjoying time with family and friends. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.